So my biggest mistake was thinking that that I knew more than the board of directors. In fact, at one point, I actually contradicted a board member in a board meeting, told them that they were wrong about an issue, and I quickly learned that that was, number one, if you're going to give somebody negative feedback, you do it in very private circumstances, one-on-one, and number two, I don't necessarily know better than the board, and very valuable lesson for me. My advice for creating a culture of change, a culture that's willing to accept change, is that you have to be very transparent with the business reasons for making the change. Even if it comes down to doing something as drastic as a reduction in force, if you explain to the employees why the decision is being made, they're able to go along with it much easily. It's the absence of information that makes people come up with stories, and that's where you start getting the resistance and the fear of the change coming to play. So just transparency and being available to answer any questions the staff might have. Often, but the top three would be: don't sweat the small stuff. And what I mean by that is to say, for example, if you're renting a car, my husband and I get in a huge debate over whether or not we fill up the gas tank on the way to the airport, or we just let the rental car company do it. And, you know, for what are we paying in extra gas fees? $10, and the big scheme of things, it doesn't matter. So that provides a lot of shortcuts. Secondly, I guess when it comes to in the role of the CEO, it would be to ask questions. And the more questions I can ask, rather than providing the answers, the more questions I ask, I get such better solutions than if I were just coming up with them myself. So basically, I get out of my own way. And then thirdly, it would be to just make lists. I'm a huge believer in to-do lists, and I tend to prioritize them on the have-to-dos and the want-to-dos. And if you take your list and separate it that way, you'll quickly see, okay, I only really have to do 2 or 3 things today.